Oh, how these ants do love to come marching in. Wood chip is a great product to be using in your home, gardens, and landscape. You probably don't need to be told about all the great things you can do with wood mulch and the many ways that it can make short work of gardening for you, keep your landscape weed free, moisture control, and the rest. But one problem that does come along with it is that wood chips are pretty attractive to ants. So this is one reason you might think about staying away from wood chip. But on the other hand, oh, we're going to get a visit here from Abby. On the other hand, they're one of the most affordable options to use, and they work great. The only problem is, how do you keep the ants out of them? Well, there are actually several ways that you can do this, and you can do it without poisoning your home, your pets, your children, and your yard. Some good effective ways: cinnamon. This is a trick of beekeepers they've been using for many years because it has no impact on the bees and isn't a deterrent to the bees. But when ants want to move into beehives, one thing that they'll do is sprinkle a perimeter of cinnamon around the bottom of the hive. This works as a repellent. The ants don't want to go over it, and it'll drive them away somewhere else. So you can apply this technique in your wood chip by sprinkling, if it's a reasonably sized area that would be reasonable to do, cinnamon. Just you don't need to invest in the best of the best from the spice rack. Go get the cheap stuff at the dollar store, sprinkle it around in your areas, and that'll help. Diatomaceous earth is one of my favorites. It works by cutting up. You would need to sprinkle it over the wood chip, and when the ants cross it, it cuts their exoskeleton, makes microscopic cuts that then dehydrate them and cause the ants to die. So that's a good longer lasting solution. One drawback of diatomaceous earth is that it does not work when it's wet. So if it gets rained on, it's not going to kill the ants. However, it will dry out again, and when it dries out again, it will work again. Diatomaceous earth is prehistoric silica, fossilized silica, so it's not as if it gets ruined or goes away. It just will not work again until it dries out. Neem oil, which is kind of the rising star of the organic gardening world, that will also repel and also kill ants. It does need to get on the ants directly and get them wet with it in order for it to kill them. It will work by smothering them, but then there is some residual effect there if, say, you're spraying plants with it. Aphids are on the plants. Ants are eating the aphids. They ingest it. It can disrupt them, but it also works as a repellent, so worth it there too. And then you have some other natural products like mint. Ants hate mint. It's a great product to use in your house and outside your house in a nice seating area like this. Maybe some potted plants to keep them away. You could dry some, crush it, sprinkle it around. Vinegar is another great product. Kind of double duty product is to combine mint and vinegar together and make a repelling spray that way. So again, there's several products that you can use. Crushed red pepper, cayenne pepper can be used in a similar way. Make a spray. Again, the ants just don't like it. They'll go away from it. That's something that could probably be done for a larger area because you can put it in a water solution and make a spray of it. So there we have some good solutions. There's a few more mentioned in the article. I hope you'll find one that will work for you and keep your areas comfy and enjoyable without the presence of ants.